welcome back. I wanted to create a little mini series of videos showing you how you can create some really super simple watercolor art for your home decor, because sometimes you just need to add a little bit of color to your walls or to a space. I'm going to walk you through these tutorials in real time so you can see exactly what I'm doing. And I'm going to be using the Watercolor Confections Essence palette. I just received a couple of these palettes and I love the colors. So for this little abstract piece, I wanted to create something that kind of resembled the sky and water without being too literal. Abstract art is more about the idea and the use of colors and stuff like that. So for this piece, I'm going to be using a lot of blues and yellows to really kind of give that sky meets sea feel. And this whole thing is done using the wet on wet technique, which, as you saw just now, I wet my entire paper and I've started adding some color to it. I've actually elevated my little board a little bit to allow the paint to flow downwards. This is just the first layer and I'm just kind of splashing the colors on, doing this rather quickly because, once again, this is a 5-minute art tutorial and you really don't have to spend a lot of time on it. Because the paper is wet, the colors are going to start to run together. I'm just going to tip my board a little bit more to allow those to blend nicely. And keeping a little tissue handy always helps blot up those splotches of water as well. I felt like it needed to be brighter at the top, so I just went back in and I'm adding a little bit more blue. And you guys feel free to use whatever colors you want for this, position these colors however you want. The whole point of this is to just use your imagination and see what color combinations look really nice to you or ones that can suit your decor. This is so perfect for beginners because it really gives you a taste of colors blending together and the wet on wet technique and things like that. So definitely give this a try because it can be a lot of fun and you can come up with totally unique designs and patterns just based on the colors that you choose. I'm going to speed this up a little bit through the drying process. I just use a hair dryer. You can wait for this to dry, but it probably won't be 5 minutes in that case. As you can see though, watercolor dries so much lighter than it looks when you put it on the paper. So because of that, that was just our first layer. So I'm gonna go back in now with a darker layer, and this is just gonna bring the whole thing together. And don't be afraid of your water dripping or doing crazy things because it can add to the effect of an abstract piece, even if you weren't planning on it that way. Sometimes it happens, like that stripe I just got down the side there, but I'm just gonna leave it. Here I'm just adding light layers of different washes on top of what I've already done. As the colors start to blend together, you can take your tissue and start blotting up some of the excess, because with a wet wash, you are kind of bound to get some excess, so don't be afraid to just blot it up. I really liked how these colors were looking and I didn't really want to touch it some more, so I decided to go ahead and dry it. And as I'm drying it, I'm blotting off some cloud shapes at the very top, just to kind of give that impression of a sky. Now that it is completely dry, I'm just gonna pull it off of that board and I will put it in a picture frame so that you guys can see how it looks. picture frame is just gonna totally finish off the entire piece. I noticed I had a little fluff in there, so I'm just gonna take that off. And here is the finished piece. I do have a couple other 5-minute tutorials coming very soon, so please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.